connected and they can express their true feelings and their true anguish about something. You know, they're refrained from that whole outlet. They're refrained from that whole outlet everywhere in society. You know, where nobody wants to hear what they're saying or none of that. So therefore, they're faced with each other. And when you have when you have a very unique specimen like the black man, like black people, when you have a very unique specimen like that, a very advanced, energetic, unique specimen, advanced specimen like the black man, and when his whole system and when his whole computer, when his whole mental computer is corrupted, he is headed for self-destruction. And I mean, this is not just a black man. This is anybody on the planet. You know, because if we know about the human body and human physiology, you know, we know that we are God beings. You know, the brain is a cosmic receiver, is a total cosmic receiver, a total cosmic computer, a universal computer. The brain the mind is a universal computer that accepts, that receives all kind of transmissions and ideas from the cosmos, all kind of ideas from the cosmos. And when this advanced computer is bred with false information, miseducation, and the wrong data, when this advanced computer is in a lifelong year cultivating process of taking in wrong data, information, and education, this bores the term of one being programmed. All right. And see, we all have to realize that we've all been brainwashed. If you're in American culture, if you're involved in Western American culture, if you're in America, you have underwent some form of brainwashing. You know what I'm saying? We all have to really come to grips and come to truth where we've all been brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really such a bad thing, you know, because truly brainwashing is an advanced form of re-education. It's a more higher and advanced form of re-education, of education, or re-educating somebody, however you want to say it, you know? So these are the types of things that are very important for us to know, that you know, for black people in America, you know, the white-minded concept is a reality. You know, that you have to have a white mind sort of to you know, even be functional or even be accepted into this society. You know, and I mean, for a great example, I mean, the blackest people on TV talk white. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Al Roker on that motherfucker, you know, and he sounded just like a white guy, can't sound like his African self, can't speak with his voice, you know what I'm saying? It's a goddamn shame that the realest black man we have on fucking TV is Stephen A. Smith, talking about fucking sports. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? The only time they show a black man being intelligent or some shit is when he talking about some motherfucking sports. Now that's some shit, ain't it? That's some shit. You know, and the only time that they show black relations, when do they show successful black relationships on TV, in movies, any of that? See, Tyler Perry done hit the scene, everybody damn cheating. And everybody got a goddamn relationship problem. You know what I'm saying? And these are the types of staples that are set by the media and TV, and this is the type of corporate assassination that we're experiencing. Because corporate assassination, as I said, it takes many forms, and it happens on all kind of levels. All right? Because corporations do include things like BET and MTV and, you know, image controllers, media controllers. You know, these are also the umbrellas, you know, that all this activity takes place under, man. You know, and it's very important and key for everybody to understand that, you know, this is something that is totally needed to keep America in this one fixed, ignorant perception of itself and each other, and ultimately to get the country to shoot itself in the foot. And it always plays this game of divide and conquer. You know, it always plays this racism game. You know what I'm saying? With the Zimmerman trial, you just seen the racism game. You know, you just seen a total mind control racism game. You know, and I say that because just like I said in my last lecture, you had a Dark Knight Rises theater get shot up. You had Sandy Hook get shot up this year. Why in the fuck haven't we seen now one of those court cases on TV nowhere? You know what I'm saying? And it's all about a resurgence of racism, giving racism a new attitude, giving racism a new air. You know, and people didn't pay attention, but they did the same exact thing with the presidential election. Okay, that was total social engineering, and it was a renewal of a racist attitude in America. You know what I'm saying? Because during that campaign, you've never seen black people or white people in the last 4 or 5 fucking years disagree and talk shit about each other as much as you have when you seen that fucking presidential election come around with this Obama and fucking Romney. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had black people talking shit about Romney just because he's white, really, and you had white people talking shit about Obama basically just because the fucking guy is black. You know what I'm saying? And really, the motherfucker ain't black. You know, at all. At all. Whatsoever. Only thing black about him is his wife. If it wasn't for his wife, y'all would have been seeing the shit. You would have been seeing the shit. But anyway, like I was saying, these are the types of games that get established by the corporate structure. You know, and these are the type of racism games. You know, you had black people not voting for Romney just because he was white, just because they scared of a white guy, and white people not voting for Obama simply because they don't want no nigger in office. Just straight up racism, man. You know, total resurgence and social engineering of that shit. You know, and these are things, like I said, are placed on us. And black and African people should understand that you've never been accepted into American citizenship, really. You know what I'm saying? You've had the greatest influence on America, no doubt. We've had the greatest influence on this country, but we've never been accepted or respected as citizens of the United States. You know, and see, black women have one of the grandest illusions and one of the grandest fantasies and about this whole situation. You know, black women truly think that they're American, truly think that you can be a part of this system. No. See, black women, this is totally an advancement and a redesigning of slavery. They will allow you in the house. They will allow you to have a good job. Yes, you can get a good job. You can have the best job in the world. You can be the finest top model. All of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you will never own shit in America. The black woman will never own shit in America, and then you know you have a lot of people like, oh, you know, you got Oprah, you know, you got, see, and that's the thing, you know, we take one staple token Negro and we make them the example for all Negroes, as if that's no, that's not at all, goddamn it. And if you really know what's going on with Oprah, damn it, these white folks outcast Oprah like a motherfucker. She has that own that old Oprah Winfrey Network, and it's losing money every goddamn day on Direct TV. She's losing a lot of fucking money with that Oprah Winfrey Network because there are not any real TV shows on there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody helping her with that shit. Oprah losing a lot of money right now, and y'all don't even know it. But that's another goddamn story. But like I'm saying, man, you know, it is important for black women to know that you'll never be a part of this system. And see, you can, it's easier for you to have a denial and illusion about this thing because America provides so many things for black women. You know what I'm saying? America provides, you know, welfare, public housing. You know, you have all kind of women health institutes, women-based health institutes in America. But I challenge you that you will not find not even nearly half of the institutions in America that are men-based, male-based organizations helping men out. All right, you know, it's very important for you to know that you know, black men that have had a felony for selling drugs, when they get out of jail, they are denied so many rights. They are denied food stamp rights. They're denied public housing rights. They're virtually, when a black man receives a felony, he is, when he is released from jail, he receives the total treatment and probably worse treatment than a black man in the 1860s. Now he receives legalized discrimination. All right, where it was illegal to discriminate against somebody in 1865, where it was wrong. Now it's totally legal and it's totally okay to discriminate against people in that, you know, in that situation. You know, and this is why it's important for us to understand corporate assassination and for us to even understand white psychology, man. You know, because white people are natural born killers. You know what I'm saying? This is just the fucking truth, man. You know what I'm saying? White people have fucking 30 fucking guns in their house. You know, they got fucking, you know, they inherit guns from their grandfathers and grandmothers and shit. You know, these people are natural born killers. You know what I'm saying? So how do we get food into calling our kids the thugs when these motherfuckers are the ones that stole and killed and pillaged everybody for everything they have and robbed people for everything they have? Right now in fucking Afghanistan, robbing and killing people for everything they have accomplished. White people have killed for everything they have accomplished, man. You know what I'm saying? So how do these fucking people end up being the ones in court deciding on people's lives, man? You know, how do you have a motherfucker? How do you have these prosecutors in court? These fucking white bitches up in here, and this ain't no disrespect, but I'm just saying some real shit. How do you have these white women in here? These are people who never even walked to a bus stop, man. You know, a lot of these people are people who never had to walk to school, who never had to go, who never had to walk anywhere. You know, these are people who totally had shit handed down to them everywhere. And they are sitting up in court making decisions on people's lives, man. These are people who have no ability to empathize with anybody's fucking situation, with any other culture's situation. White people have no ability to empathize with no other culture's situation, really, or struggle at all, period. Period. They're not qualified to judge or to be where they are, period. As prosecutors, lawyers, none of that shit. None of that shit. These are people that just purely went to school for 4 or 5 years and all of a sudden they understand. They know. They've experienced the shit. You know, this is the insanity that we're experiencing. This is the insanity that we're experiencing when we see white men as judge. You know what I'm saying? A grand fucking criminal, a grand historic thief, criminal, and murderer as a judge. You know, this is the failure of this country. You know, and it's not about racism, man. It's just about the fucking truth. Because I ain't racist at all, man. You know, I love white people to death. If I didn't love white people, I'll just go out and kill some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I love life, and I have a total understanding and respect in life. And I feel like white people are totally void of that understanding, of that conscious, cosmic, universal understanding of life. You know what I'm saying? Of life, beauty, and everything around us. You know, I believe white people are totally void of that understanding. You know, and this is the number one truth, and this is what's going on right now, man. You know, a bunch of lazy ass people, bunch of lazy ass motherfucking people. These probation officers, these fucking lawyers, these judges, these police officers. You know, a lot of these police officers, these correctional officers. You know what I'm saying? These are lazy ass people. These prosecutors and shit. These are lazy ass people that wouldn't, like, I really question myself, like, what would these people be doing if it wasn't for this? If it wasn't for niggas getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? Or if it wasn't for them creating this type of bullshit. You know, what would these people provide to the world, man? You know what I'm saying? What would these people, what kind of commonwealth would these people generate to the world? That's a question that even they need to be asking their goddamn selves. You know what I'm saying? This is a very serious situation we're going through, the whole country. You know, and if everybody chooses to hold on to their old school, and if everybody chooses to not change their ways in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna suffer for that shit. God's gonna make sure that you suffer for that shit, because it's 2013, and this is the time for people to be embracing change. And if you call yourself any religious person, if you call yourself a person of God, point blank, period, then you're supposed to be out here helping all good people. Point blank, because it's not about race, it's not about color. Nobody got to choose their color. It's not my fault I'm black, not your fault you're white, bro. You know what I'm saying? God chose that shit. None of us had the fucking ability, none of us had the privilege of telling God anything about what we want to be, what color we want to be, who we want to be, what time we want to be in, man. You know what I'm saying? If anybody out there that got a problem with black people, you know, shit.